Hello everyone, welcome back to Knit Crow Addict channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to crochet this easy crochet crop top. This top is very easy to make and it's great for beginner. And I have free written pattern for sizes extra small go up to double XL. And if you prefer the PDF printable version, is available for purchase on my Etsy, Ravelry and Lovecraft. I'll put all the links in the description below. And in this picture here, I'm wearing size small, and also in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you in size small. I'm not sure you've seen the shorts tutorial yet, the one that I'm wearing right now, but if you haven't seen yet, I highly recommend go check it out. It's a beginner friendly and I use the same yarn that I use for this top. I think it will be a good set. I hope everyone enjoy and let's get started. Here is the materials that I use for this project. For this project, you need size 3 lightweight DK yarn, and I choose yarn for that. So this is organic baby cotton yarn, which I love. In one ball it have 115 meter. It is about 225 yards. And this kind of yarn they sell like by pack. In one pack it have 4 of this skein. Okay, so this is my color A, and for color A I use about 210 yards, and this is color B, and also the same brand, same everything. And the color A is gray, color B is olive green, I believe. Yeah, everything the same. And for color B I just use a little bit, so I use about 40 yards, something like that. And if you want to substitute yarn, you can do that as well. Just look for size 3 lightweight DK yarn and check the gauge before you start. But I highly recommend using cotton yarn. But yeah, totally up to you. Alright, crochet hook size 3 millimeter, scissors and yarn needle. Before we start, I just want to talk about this crochet crop top pattern a little bit here. So for this pattern, it's very easy to make. We're gonna make 2 pieces, the back piece and the front piece exactly the same, and then sew the side together. And we're gonna make the chain this way. And then the chain when we make gonna be the length of our project. If you want longer, make more chain. If you want shorter, make less chain. And then we're gonna crochet this way. And then the row that we make gonna be the width. And then after we have 2 pieces, we're gonna sew the side seam together. And then we're gonna crochet the strap. The strap we crochet separate, okay? And then we will sew to the top later. So for the strap, I use an I-cord for that, which I have step-by-step video tutorial how to make an I-cord. If you wanna check it out, I'll put the link in the description below. Let's talk about the measurement here. So all of this measurement is just for size small. I have about 15.38 inches width across back. But keep that in mind, the project can be a little stretched out a little bit. And then the length, it is about 14 inches long, includes the strap. Alright, I think I got everything here, and let's get started. Okay, first, make a slip knot. Use any method you prefer for making a slip knot. And I'm gonna make 40 chains loosely. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 40 chains here. Row 1 gonna be the wrong side. For an odd number row gonna be the wrong side. So we're gonna make half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into that second chain. But I like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of this chain. You don't have to do that, totally up to you. And then I yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. That is half double crochet. And then we're gonna make half double crochet into each chain across. So I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. Alright, and then repeat that across. I'm at the end of row 1 here, and I have a total of 39 half double crochet stitches across. And then for row 2, we're gonna chain 1 and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And the chain 1 never count it as stitch. And we're gonna make half double crochet into each stitch across. So yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the first stitch there, and make half double crochet. Half double crochet into the next stitch. Half double crochet into the next stitch. Half double crochet into the next, and half double crochet into the next. Okay, I will be back when I'm at the end of row 2. I'm at the end of row 2 here, and I have the same 39 half double crochet stitches across. Make sure to count your stitches so you're not increased or decreased by accident. And for row 3 to row 12, I'm gonna repeat row 2, color A. So basically the whole pattern, we're just gonna repeat row 2, but we're gonna change color as well. I'll show you here. So see, just half double crochet every row, but we're just gonna change color. Okay, so yeah. So row 3 to row 12, like I say, I'm gonna repeat row 2 with color A. And then row 13 and row 14, I'm gonna use color B, but the same pattern, just half double crochet. But don't worry, I will be back when I'm at the end of row 12, and I will show you how to change color. Okay, let me show you a few stitches on row 3 here. Just repeat row 2. So we chain 1 and turn, and make half double crochet into each stitch across. Oops. Okay. Very easy pattern. Okay, I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 until I reach the end of row 12, and I will be back. Good luck. I'm at the end of row 12 here, and then for row 13, I'm gonna change color to my color B, and you can use any method you prefer for changing color. And here's what I like to do. I just gonna redo my last half double crochet. So I'm gonna yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the last stitch on row 12 there, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm gonna drop the color A, and then bring the color B up and hold it on the back, and then yarn over hook with the color B, and then pull through those 3 loops like that. That's how I like to change color. And now row 13, we chain 1 and turn. Just repeat row 2. Very easy. Alright, so I'm gonna half double crochet into the first stitch there, and then half double crochet into the next stitch, and half double crochet into the next stitch. So for row 13 and row 14, I'm gonna use color B, just repeat row 2. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and crochet those 2 rows, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 14. I'm at the end of row 14 here, but I haven't made the last half double crochet yet because I'm gonna change color. So I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then now I'm gonna drop the color B and then bring the color A up, and then I'm gonna yarn over hook, pull through last 3 loops there. And if you already cut color A, no big deal, you just add it again. Okay, so for row 15 to row 36, I'm gonna use color A, just repeat row 2. And then for row 37 to row 38, I'm gonna use color B, just repeat row 2. And for row 39 to row 50, I'm gonna use color A, just repeat row 2. And let me show you a little bit here. So here is row 1, okay? So I have 12 rows of color A here, and then 2 rows of color B, and then 22 rows of color A, and then 2 rows of color B, and then 12 rows of color A. So total of 50 rows. Alright, again, this is just for size small. And let me show you a little bit on row 15 here. So just repeat row 2, chain 1 and turn. And now I just gonna go ahead and cut color B because I'm not gonna use that for a while. So after I chain one and turn, I'm gonna make the first half double crochet into the first stitch, and then half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, and half double crochet into the next stitch. Alright, I just gonna keep repeating row 2 at the same pattern that I just told you, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 50. Good luck, and I will be back soon. Okay, I'm at the end of row 50 here, and then next you just need to cut the yarn. So I cut the yarn and leave about 16 to 18 inches long tail, enough to sew the side seam together. So this is the last stitch here, and then I just gonna pull the yarn out, and you need one more of this exactly the same. So since I have 2 of this, I just gonna go ahead and show you how to sew the panels together. To sew the panels together, you're gonna place the right side facing each other. We're gonna sew on the wrong side. So here's my right side facing up right now, and I put the right side of this panel facing each other. And it doesn't matter really which panel you choose to be the right side or wrong side. And you can use any method you prefer for sewing. I'm just gonna use my yarn needle here. So I'm just gonna turn this side. I'm gonna show you how to sew on this side. And then I'm just gonna sew back and forth. So my tail come from, I'll call that the back panel, and then I just gonna insert into the first stitch of the front panel there, both loop. And then I insert into the next stitch here. I'm just gonna go into the same stitch one more time just to lock the yarn. And then I'm gonna insert into the next stitch here, and then next stitch there. Again, we sew on the wrong side, okay? Make sure don't sew too tight or too loose. Next stitch here and next stitch there. Next stitch here, next stitch there. Next stitch here and next stitch there. Okay, here's what it looks like so far. This is the wrong side and this is the right side so far. I'm gonna keep sewing until the end here. And when I reach the end, I just gonna whip all the ends, and I'm gonna sew the other side exactly the same. And then I'm gonna whip the end, and I will be back and show you how to make this strap. Okay, now after I sew the side seam, here's what it looks like. This is the wrong side, okay? And I also went ahead and whip all my ends already. And next, I'm just gonna turn the right side out. Here's what this looks like on the right side. Pretty same, actually, not that different. And next, I'm gonna show you how to make this strap. So move this on the side. And for the strap, I'm gonna use an I-cord for that. Don't worry, it's pretty easy actually. And if you're not comfortable with making an I-cord, you can make a chain and then slip stitch back as well. Just make a chain about 13 inches long and then slip stitch back if you are not comfortable with making an I-cord. Okay, and also the strap is depend on how long and how short you want it to be as well. Just try it on. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna show you how to make an I-cord, and I'm gonna use color B for that. And then we're gonna leave the tail about 6 inches long, because we're gonna use that tail to sew the strap into the top. Alright, and then after that, make a slip knot, and row 1, we're gonna chain 3. And then insert the hook into the next chain, the second chain from the hook, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, and then insert the hook into the next chain, which is the last chain, and then yarn over, pull up a loop. Now I have 3 loops on my hook. And then for row 2, we're gonna remove the first 2 loops out. But before that, I want you to pinch. Use your finger to pinch it. And then remove the first 2 loops out. Make sure not to lose them, okay? And then I yarn over my hook. And then pull through the hook that's still on my hook. The loop still on my hook. I'm sorry. Alright, and then I'm gonna insert the hook into the next loop here. And then yarn over, pull up a loop. And then insert the hook into the next loop, which is the last loop. And then yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, and now we're just gonna repeat row 2 over and over. Don't worry, I'll show you a couple more times. You might feel weird at first few rows. Just stick with it and then you will get it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pinch the first 2 loops there. Make sure not to lose it, and then remove the first 2 loops out until you have 1 loop left on the hook. And then yarn over, pull up a loop. And then insert the hook into the next loop. And then yarn over, pull up a loop. Insert the hook into the next loop. Yarn over, pull up a loop. So far we have 3 rows, okay? And I show you again. So pinch those 2 loops and then remove the hook until you have 1 loop left on the hook. And then yarn over, pull up a loop. Insert the hook into the next loop. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Insert the hook into the next loop. Yarn over, pull up a loop, like that. Okay? At first, it's gonna look kind of like a little flat like that, and as you keep going, it'll look round like this. Just keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 until I reach about 54 rows, and I will have about 12.5 inches long. Alright, I will be back. I have 54 rows on my strap here, and next we're gonna yarn over hook and pull through all the loops on the hook, and then chain 1 to secure, and then cut the yarn and leave about 5-6 inches long tail, enough to sew the strap into the top. Okay, and then pull the yarn out. Okay, next we're gonna sew the strap. So I already went ahead and sew one side here. Okay, and then I have one strap here. I'm gonna show you, and I bring my yarn needle here, and then insert the tail into the yarn needle. And before we sew, you can choose which side you choose to be the top part, which is the strap that we're going to sew in there. Okay, so yeah, I choose this one. It doesn't matter really, it's kind of the same. Okay, anyways, we're gonna sew on the right side here. So I have my yarn needle here. Gonna bring it up. I'm gonna sew right into the color B section here. Just gonna insert like that. And then I'm gonna insert back to the strap. Bring it up. And then insert back to the top part here. I'm just gonna sew like back and forth, and just make sure it's nice and clean at the same time too. And then I insert into the next stitch there. Nothing special. Bring it up and then insert into the next stitch there. Bring it in like that. If you think it's nice and clean, you just go ahead and sew the end. Pretty easy. Okay. I'm just gonna tie a couple knots here and then keep weaving the end, and I'm done with this side. And then after that, you're gonna sew this side, this end, into the back side, right into the color B section there. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and sew that. I come back real quick. Okay, now I have both of my straps sewn here, and I weave all my ends already. That means I'm done. That's it. Pretty easy, right? I hope you enjoy making this top. If you did, please give this video a big thumb up and share this video with your friends. And I would love to see everyone's work. If you want to share with me, please just text me on Facebook or Instagram at knitcroaddict. And I also gonna put all the links in the description below as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.